Hello and welcome to the user guide video about how to use the TIE Fighter 3D model generator. In this video I'm going to show you how simple it is to generate Star Wars TIE Fighters with several clicks using the tool made by me, Victor Perez-Wagen. And let's start with just resetting the scene, just to prove that it needs to be empty from the start. Yes, so as you can see there is nothing in there, and just to make sure that the program works, we need to make sure that there are all files in one folder. So if we go to the folder where the whole script is, in this case it's on disk C, TIE Fighter Procedural Generation Prototype, and we can see 4 files. One is the max file, the 2 texture files for it, one for the sphere, the body of TIE Fighter, one for the wing, and the actual script itself. So in order for the script to run properly, you need to have all these files in the same folder as the script. It will be explained later why you need them, and let's just try and launch the script and see what it does. So if we run the script, go to disk C, TIE Fighter Procedural Generation Prototype, TIE Fighter Final Script, we are presented with the interface. Now we have several options to start the project. One of them is to start generating your own TIE Fighter by using custom options. The other one is randomly generate everything in the TIE Fighter, and the third option is similar to the first one, which is load pre-made model with all materials and textures already on it and customize it as well. So let's see the first option. We press start, select, because custom is selected, we just need to press start, and there it is, the base for your TIE Fighter. So now, as we can see, the options that were disabled before are now enabled. So TIE Fighter body can be customized in terms of its scale in X, Y and Z directions, which is height, width and length. So these options give the percentage value of the current X, Y and Z values of the lengths of the sphere. So we can change, say, to 110%, 110% height, then decrease the width by 10%, and increase the length by 5%. So now, in order to apply each one of them, we can do it in any order. It doesn't need to be first height, then width and length. You can do it in any order. We click, for example, width. As you can see, it's decreased slightly. Then length, it becomes slightly longer, and height, it becomes slightly taller. Alternatively, you can randomize all the values and let it be chosen automatically, so you can come up with all sort of shapes for the egg-like shapes for the TIE Fighter body. And if you are not exactly happy with the result, you can again adjust the values manually afterwards. So the width can be increased slightly, say till about here, This can be done several times. Each time you click the button, it will increase by the percent of the current value, and change the length as well. This seems a bit too short in X direction. Change it slightly. So we have a rather tall body. Now we move on to the TIE Fighter wings. If you accidentally ever move the wing to adjust it nearer to the actual body, and you move it in some other direction apart from Y direction, you can always align it with the body by clicking this button. It will only align in X and Z, so that you can choose how close it is to the TIE Fighter body, and other options obviously contain more advanced features, for example, if we take this one will actually modify the shape of the TIE Fighter wing. So we can move the front point of the wing over here, the back point of the wing over there, or both front and back. I'll demonstrate to you only the front for the moment, and the positive amount, it goes from -50 to +50, so the positive amount will push in the point towards the center of the wing. The negative amount will pull it out, and obviously the bigger the value, the more it will be pushed in or out. So let's say we choose 50, press move, it's pushed in only slightly. Let's choose 30, and it's pushed in much more. You can come up with all sorts of shapes for the wings by repeating this process over and over again. If you want to change the back, you obviously choose the back and do the same thing. So let's actually try pulling it out. So let's choose -30, which does the job just fine. And front and back, we'll move both points. Now this option, as you can see, it says randomize all options for wings and will disable further customization. So this will randomly determine the shape of the wing and also decide whether to smoothen the wing or not. The smooth wing option should only be used once you are finished customizing the wing shape. So as it says in the tooltip, only use once you're done editing the front-back position, will disable further wing customization. So you need to make sure that you're happy with the shape of the wing, and then click smoothen the wing, which will also finalize its shape. There we go. Can do a test render. That's how your wing will look like. And now we need to finalize the whole model. As we can see, all it did is make a second wing exactly the same as the previous one, and move it to the same position as in relation to the body as the left wing. So if we have a look at the render, it actually looks pretty realistic, with shades and everything. Now, just to show some other options, let's reset the scene. No, I don't want to save. Yes, I want to reset. And we need to reload the script. So this time I'm going to randomize everything, so I'm not even going to need to use these options at all. All I do is select all random, so from custom to all random, and press start. After a bit of generation, it presents me with a slightly weird shape of the TIE Fighter wing, which I can then move slightly closer to the body. Yeah, that seems fine. Now click finalize. The reason why it's pink is because I'm using the same default color for all the newly created models, so if you want it to be a different color, you can just change it in here and set your custom object color, obviously. Now, if we test the render, yep, as you can see, both wings are equal, so it's symmetric. And finally, the last option, which is loading the already pre-made TIE Fighter. All it does, it already has a custom shape and the texture with material in it, so you can see this looks very much like Star Wars. And as in the first case, you can customize the shape of the sphere of the center body and the shape of the TIE Fighter wing, which is gonna be, let's say, if we push in both of these and pull out the back point, so multiply the value by -1, gives us a pretty funny shape. Now we smoothen the wings, move it slightly closer to the body. Let's actually have it a bit like this. Now we click finalize, and we get our very own custom TIE Fighter. Once you click finalize, you always get the one model as a group of objects, so when you select any part of the TIE Fighter, like the wing or the sphere, you always get a TIE Fighter as a whole. It says here TIE Fighter, and at any time you can export the scene by saying save result to file. Obviously you need to enter the name of the file first, so let's do that now, which is C TIE Fighter Let's say the name is test TIE Fighter. You can use spaces, you can use dots, and don't forget to add max on the end, because that's going to be the max scene, and save result to file. Now if we go here, we can see the test TIE Fighter.max, and if we reset the scene, we can actually load the test TIE Fighter, and it will already be ready for use over there. Open file. There we go. You can also use this file to be imported to another scene. So if you want to make your own battalion of TIE fighters, you can do that easily, and basically you can do as many TIE fighters as you want. Thanks for watching, feel free to use my software. That was Victor's Wagon 360.